All right, welcome YouTube to the second league of the day. We're gonna be doing some experimenting right now. What I did is I took out one of the explorers. First of all, this is a second league, so the first league can be found if you check out the link in the description below the video. But second of all, we're playing Sage in the main deck over the fourth copy of Explorer. Something I'm not sure at all about. Like, I really enjoyed having 4 Explorers with this current configuration. But the main reason for doing this is because we're trying out Beast Within, which I actually want another copy of, by the way, over the second Force of Vigor. So let's do this really quick. But yeah, so we are using we're using Explore, and we're maximizing Explore by playing a full 30 lands and by playing a bunch of what's his name, Castle Garenbriggs. See which one's the cheapest one. Jeez, 97 cents. Why is this card expensive? Why is this card 80 cents? That's almost $1. Alright, whatever. I really wonder why this card is pricey. Alright, there we go. So this is the list that we're going to try today. We're trying out Beast Within mostly because it answers Oko, Ashiok, and stuff like that. So this is just for testing purposes. I honestly don't like this 3 Explorer, 1 Sage in the main deck configuration. But, you know, this is what streaming is for, right? You try out things, you see whether they work or not. While we're doing this, we're going to update Stream Decker. Beast Within 010619. I mostly want to try out the card Beast Within. We're going to see whether this is like the way to build it, but I'm more interested in trying the card Beast Within itself rather than the actual list that I'm playing. So that's the main thing that I'm gonna be looking for, right? How good this card actually is. Gonna update the Carbo Live. Let's do right there. All right, let's see what's up. We ship that one. We keep this one. And I'm going to ship the redundant Summoner's Pact. We're not going to Once Upon a Time on one because there's nothing that we can find. We're going to Once Upon a Time on 2 because if we find a scout, we can actually play it out. But casting Once Upon a Time on turn 1 actually achieves nothing, so we're not going to. Ifeno with a tier 1 sub. Welcome back, Ifeno, to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you so much for the continued support. That's 8 months already. Jeez. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Modern stream? Oh yeah, Teddy. You know it. You know it. Oh, if I'm dispelling the illusion of the amulet-less zealots. I mean, somebody has to, right? My opponent moved to 6, by the way. Alright. Let's tell a story. Let's tell a story. Sure, response here was upon a time, fetch, and no shock. I have no idea what that achieves. I think I'm going to take this Snow-Covered Forest here, just because I want an untap source. So I can Azusa on turn 3 and get value. Shua 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 Amulet Stream is the best kind of Amulet Stream, right? The Shua 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 kind. Bog him. We're gonna get turn 3 Blood Moon here, right? We're totally gonna get turn 3 Blood Moon here. Bolt my Asusa. Alright. That's good. So no Blood Moon. Now the question is, do we play into Remand? Or do we just play Asusa? If I play into Remand, I can make 6 mana here, cast my Titan, it gets remanded, next turn I pay 4. I'm assuming that I'm not gonna die to a Cryptic Bounce or something like that. And next turn I can actually play my Asusa? Is that correct? Yeah, because I can bounce the Forest. Alright, yeah, so we just play into Remand. If my opponent has Mana Leak, this is terrible. Oh. Okay. Well, that's actually pretty good for us. Like they pitch a Jace. Yeah, that Jace would have been really hard to beat. Okay, so that means that my opponent does not have Remand, so I guess that I'm not playing around it. Well, I guess it's free for me to do that, right? Unless they have exactly Quench. Unless they have exactly Quench, then... But because here, if they remand the Asusa, I just replay it, right? So it's just fine. And did they keep on top or not? I want to see. They bottomed. Okay. So, blow up your yard. And play one more land. Bouncing. I guess the untapped source? Yeah, sure. Alright. We pass. We can't really cast this. I mean, as long as my opponent's doing nothing over there, I'm liking where we are going. Do we hold that? Sure. I love that they can't really bolt my Asusa because it would bounce in a response, which is funny. Alright, OP seems to be flooding over there. So are we, to be fair. Alright, my opponent's gonna make the first move. Sure. Basically discarded an Abrade. Okay, prime time, so we can win. Explore. Pog. Yeah, so that should clean this up. Yep. Can't haste here, but that's perfectly fine. Just gonna do this. Make some Sambos. We can pay for Pact. We're gonna hold the Border's Garrison in hand. I guess it's better for me to hold up the Sanctuary in hand here, actually. We can hold a Pact of Negation in case my opponent has a Blood Moon or something of that nature. But we're pretty much good otherwise. Play Asusa. Oops, actually, that's wrong. I should play my land first. Get my Zombo. Bounce this. Though I guess that holding up Ghost Squad is kind of important. Holding up Ghost Quarter is actually relevant because it allows me to make zombies at instant speed, and it also allows me to play around the Blood Moon. Although if my opponent has a Blood Moon, I think I'm just countering it anyway. So I guess there's no need to play around Blood Moon. More zombies. I said more zombies. There we go. Alright, go opponent. I'm gonna say we're looking fine this match, this game. Interesting. So I can play another Titan here. And I can haste it if I haste that Titan. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I just attack here. Like, my opponent needs to... They kind of are on tap your team or die mode at this point. So basically, I just have no reason to make any moves. So we just won't. Just gonna get a second field. And I guess a third field too? Yeah, sure. Yeah, my opponent has seen enough. Sounds about right. Alright, so we want this, we want these, and we want these. Dispute sounds great, and Dismember sounds legit. Not amazing, but reasonable. We can take out all the Scout Arenos, like my Explorers. What else? What else? Maybe just one explosives. It's mostly to blow up Thing in the Ice, and you know, under very, very interesting situations, we might be able to blow up a Blood Moon, but like that seems very, very unlikely. Racing Borrower is also a card to expect. I'll take the play in the GP Austin Finals. Wait a second. Are you assuming you're gonna be the bigger seed? John, come on, dude. Don't think so highly of yourself. Clearly, I am gonna be the bigger seed. So, Sunhome, not great. I usually take out Sunhome in this kind of matchup, but Thing in the Ice being a 7-8. In play, you will be mean fucking the Seama sense. Nice. No pre-game effects. Yeah, just like 15-0. Not even draw in, just extra Robins, you know? I think I'm just gonna take out the Ghost Quarter. I know that this is a way to... I guess it actually has more value now because of the cryptic loops with Mystic Sanctuary, so I guess I actually do want the Ghost Quarter. I definitely want Radiant Fountain, but not a second copy. Maybe it's correct for me to shave a Castle, or I guess a Rot Farm is the card that we can shave. Yeah, Castle seems better than Rot Farm for sure. However many rounds a GP is. Fair. Draws out for Bilgrim Field players, turn to them. Yeah, of course. That's like the only way. This hand is what we can call the nuts. Like, we have some counter magic, we have Amulet, we have Cavern for Titan. In case my opponent doesn't get there, we even have... do I turn one Amulet? I think I actually do turn one Amulet. Because if I find a bounce land, then I can turn to Azusa. My opponent probably gonna, tap out for a Thing in the Ice here, but that's fine. I don't care so much about the Thing in the Ice. I do care about a Blood Moon here, obviously, right? Because like the Dispute doesn't actually answer a Blood Moon. In fact, Blood Moon here would be probably like the best card my opponent can play. Missed. Yeah, sure. We're gonna counter this. Huh. Okay, so they didn't have Blood Moon there, so I'm just going to Azusa here. I'm gonna take down Mystical Dispute for 1 turn. But I think it's correct. You can opt in response, sure. Shua, 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 shua. I'm gonna name Giant here. We're gonna pass the turn. Alright. Opponent, do you have the Blood Moon or not? Because that's probably like the only card that saves them. Bolt my Azusa. Sounds good. Any land gets me there. So this is just easy. We can haste here. Do we haste? Any 2 spells from my opponent get me, but that's just fine, right? I could, however, hold up, bounce. No, I think it's better for me to go for haste here. Yeah, I think it's better to attempt to haste here. My opponent can like opt into opt or something like that. And that would feel pretty bad, especially if they untap and they slam a moon. But I think it's worth, yeah, I think it's worth doing. And zombies don't really matter until I can answer the thing in the ice, so I think it's better for me to do this, actually. And just hold up Dispute. Have you seen the new Giant Theros? Yeah, we talked about it at the beginning of the stream. I don't think it's very good for Amulet. Do bounce lands work with Bloodmoon? No, they don't. Snapcaster opt. That's good. That's fine. I could have countered the Snapcaster. I don't think that's worth it. If my opponent wants to flip the thing in the eyes, that's perfectly fine. That forces them to spend their mana on their turn. And I'm basically saving this Mystical Dispute for a Blood Moon at this point. Think flip snap, yeah. So we can transmute for Summoner's Pact. Yeah. And then we can transmute for an Explosives here. So I actually should have played the Bogles Garrison there. That was my bad. Yeah, because now if I want a percent lethal, I need to do this. It seems worth it to me to 2% lethal here, though. Archmage's Charm. They draw 2. Okay. Do I want to counter this? Do I want to counter this? I don't think so. No, you're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. We're gonna get cast our Uncounterable Titan. We're gonna get double Field of the Dead. And then we're gonna play this Vesuvac up in Semi-Growth Chamber, get more zombies, and hold up Mystical Dispute. I think the new giant is strong, but the blockers. I mean, I'm only describing it in the context of Amulet, right? Like that's what matters to me. Yes, so this is pretty much irrelevant. In fact, now I can even do this, which is pretty good for me. So I don't need to make an uncounterable Titan. No, wait a second. Did I tap my mana wrong? Okay, that's kind of whatever though. Field of the Dead, Field of the Dead. Zombies. Lots of them. And then I guess Vesuva. Yeah, Vesuva can copy Field of the Dead here. Alright. Blue Moon. 2-0. Easy. I don't see it possible to play it anything but Amulet or Titanfield. I think it's going to be not good in Amulet. We're not good at filling up our graveyard. It is, at best, a sideboard card against something like Jund. And I think that if your idea is to have a sideboard card for Jund, first of all, like, what the hell? And second of all, there's probably just better cards to sideboard against Jund, like Remnant of Excavator or Tireless Tracker. Even Bailoff is probably better than that against Jund. Why would anybody ever want to have a cyber card against Jund? Like, that's just not realistic. Not realistic. Perfect creature with a Twitch Prime sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Thank you so much for the support. So many subs today. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks everybody for hanging out. That's pretty good. I saw another YouTuber talking about how he never loses against Amulet. Now, I mean, I'm not talking about how the matchup is good. I mean, perfect creature is Primeval Titan. That's just a fact. But besides that, I don't think that like the Jund matchup is a buy or anything like that. I think it's actually closer than it used to be. Like at one point, it was basically a buy, and like the more the time has gone by, the more that the more tools that Jund has gotten. I think I still feel favored in the matchup for sure, but I don't think it's a buy or anything else. It's just a matter of like Jund is never a popular deck. So like, why do you have a cyber card for a deck that is a very small percentage of the field? So this is a very resilient and interactive turn for Titan. If we draw any bounce land or stuff, I think I'm gonna keep it. This is definitely a sketchy list. In the current modern format, this hand is probably fine, but we might get cheesed out. That's all I want to point out. Like, oh, look at that. I guess we're gonna see what happens. What is the new giant people are talking about? It's like this. We talked about it at the beginning of the stream, so I don't really want to like go into it again. But it's like it's a spoiled card. You can go to mythicspoiler.com and you can check it out. It's a blue-green 1 card basically, and yeah, you can check it out for yourself. It's like it's a bad explore with suppression field. All right. I mean, I guess technically this makes my explosives worse. The cheese stands alone. Thank you so much for the sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Whoops. 14. Says something about getting cheesed out. I guess so, huh? Suppression field main deck. That is certainly perplexing. Okay. I guess I just have to do this. And I'm gonna pitch the Ghost Quarter, which is very unlikely to do anything. We already have Titan mana anyway, so if my opponent suits up the Boggle, I'm going to maybe attempt to blow it up. I guess that I have to Azusa next turn anyway, right? Like it's like the only thing I can really do. Okay, play Azusa, play Field, play Sanctuary, bounce this. Okay, so we're gonna use this. We're gonna spend this turn to play an explosives on 1 and hold up the activation. Can I hold up the activation? This makes 2 more. Okay. So engineered explosives for 1. Done. And this is 4 mana to activate. So we can afford to play this tapped. Now my opponent cannot attack, because in combat I can blow up all of their things and I can just block their Boggle. Asus is actually pretty decent at blocking 1/1s. You heard it here first. Oh yeah, get in there. Get in there, OP. I guess it's technique. Oh, it has flying. Never mind. So I guess I have to do this right now. This is sorcery speed. Yeah. Okay. So we blow this out, and we block. Easy. That's hilarious. They needed to use 4 mana to cycle because of suppression. Oh, that's too funny. Just got here. I was wondering your opinion on where Amulet seems like it's better positioned in mod right now. I mean, I like Amulet better, obviously, and I've been doing Amulet. I've been doing much better with Amulet, obviously, also. So I think that the deck is better. But like both of them are just very good decks. Basically, I don't really have a strong preference one way or the other. I mean, I have a strong preference towards Amulet personally, but in terms of the metagame, I don't think it's very clear cut which one is better. I think we might pack the Boggle here, actually. If Foco gets banned, Simiel will get crippled, right? Yes, for sure. In fact, Simic will kind of become unplayable, honestly. Like, the big reason to splash blue is because of Foco. Nice suppression field OP. Do I counter this? Like, this is really a non-issue because this is an activated ability, so this costs 6. So my opponent is like a million years away from activating this. So I'm not worried about that. So I think I just let it go. Rancor is also just fine. We can also bog the Griffbone away, which seems like pretty good value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we actually can't haste because of this. That's probably okay though. Same with everything but the Azusa. Feel like we're fine on zombie production, so it's just gonna be Bojuki Bog and Radiant Fountain here. I want to get out of range of a potential cheese kill. So we're gonna be bouncing and replaying this Radiant Fountain a little bit. Yeah, it's interesting that my opponent has this in the main deck. Feels like it's not a very good card, to say it somehow. I guess I can do this first. See what's up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Field plus this one. Make a bazillion zombies. Play a land, gain 2 more life. More bazillion zombies. More bazillion zombies. Your go. No bans this week besides Pioneers, and there were no Pioneer bans. Okay, cool. Good to know. I wonder when Wako will finally Foko Oko. That's a great question. That's a great question. We want 2 dismembers. We want Raminap. We want Radiant Fountain. Pact of Negation. We don't want it. Rex Sage is fine. Explosives is the nuts. Okay. We could play Beast Within, maybe? I kind of don't like it in this matchup. Yeah, we're just gonna not play it. But if I play hastily now, we could lose the top deck, of course. You never know what your Bogles opponent might top deck. Sure. And I keep this hand. Not the best hand I've ever seen, but potentially a competitive hand. We still need a bounce land or another blue source or something on that vein. Griff Spoon. And when I said something on that vein, I meant something exactly like this. I'm gonna play this. We're gonna fetch for explosives, so we're not really gonna do anything about it. We're gonna see what my opponent does. We're holding up Titan mana for next turn. Sure. My opponent has a 3/2 first strike flying. Play this out. Make 6 mana, bounce this. Summoner's Pact, Primeval Titan, yes. Boros Garrison, Slayer Stronghold. Things looking decent for us. Opponent concedes. 2-0. Anyone's game. It was close, right? It was a close match. Both sides are giving their all. Yeah. I mean, my opponent had a 3/2 flying first strike with an Umbra by turn 3. Right? I had a well, this guy. An 8/6 trample haste search your library for 4 lands and put them into play. So it was a fair fight. It was a fair fight. Tercina's combos response. Do you think that there is a possible event for Amulet or Titan decks besides Soko? Not really. Not really. I think that Amulet is just fine, right? Like Amulet is just it's always been there. Like it's always been like as good as it is. The like let me put it this way, like Amulet always does well in the SCG tour because like the Amulet masters are always playing the SCG tour, but it never ever does well besides it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. um I mean, not never ever, like it rarely does very well besides the SCG tour. And that it's because like, yes, like Primeval Titan is a great card and everything, but there's a very real cost to playing Primeval Titan, right? Not only from a deck building standpoint, like it's the problem is that prime time makes you really work. Same with Field of the Dead. Like these cards really make you work, both in deck building and in like in a bunch of different ways. These cards make you work in order to be good. Oko doesn't. Oko is just busted. Period. Right? That is the problem with Oko. Green Source is what I need. Or Azusa is like literally the nuts right there. Literally the best possible thing we could have drawn. I guess I was aiming too low. I was aiming way too low when I said that I needed a green source there. Why have a green source when you can have your cake and eat it too? Is that how the saying goes? Secretly, Primeval Titan has been on the list of potential bans for 2 years now. I don't think that Primeval Titan is the problem. Like, I think this is the only reason that Primeval Titan decks are seeing a lot more play right now. So if you really want to nerf Primeval Titan decks, just ban this card and it's fine. Like before, Primeval Titan was strictly better than in Grave Titan. Primeval Titan decks were fine, right? It's just that now Primeval Titan decks are just like strictly better, Reanimator decks, I guess, or something like that. What about Once Upon a Time? I think that Once Upon a Time they can ban it Once Upon a Time. I think that card is just okay though. I don't think it's too egregious. I think Field of the Dead is more, it's potentially more egregious, but again, like this card has such a real deck building cost, right? Like you're paying 6 mana for a Primeval Titan, right? It's not like you're paying 1G blue. And that is the problem with Oko. Like you're like random decks like are not splashing Primeval Titans. I mean, I know that Brian Gottlieb made like this meme where he was he made like an Urza deck with primetime in it, but it was just a meme, right? Like that's the point. Um, you can't just like randomly splash Primeval Titan in your deck. Like it's a card that has a very very real deck building cost and requires you to build your entire deck around it, while Oko doesn't. Oko is just like, you just have green and blue in your deck and you just play Oko and you're gonna do great. Tron, a fantastic matchup. I mean, Tron is a fine matchup. It's not terrible. But this is pretty much deterministic right here, right? Like my opponent doesn't have anything for 3 mana that can kill me. So this is pretty much a deterministic kill. Because we're gonna get Ghost Quarter, right? Garrison Stronghold. One of my opponent's main deck in Damping Sphere, which we can even play around if we wanted to. Unless my Tron opponent is main decking Bloodmoon, let's put it that way. There we go. Yeah, I have beaten turn 3 Karn, but it requires, usually turn 3 Karn requires your opponent to make a mistake with when they manage the Karn. Like, for example, let's say that my opponent were on the play and they had turn 3 Karn and they like exile my Scout or my Azusa instead of my Amulet, and then they just die. But if they make the correct play and they exile my Amulet, then I actually just lose there. Come on, Huracan Carter. Just F6. Like one, if you don't want to concede and you want to make me go through it, just F6. If for whatever reason you just think that you have a shot, which you don't, but let's say that you think you have a shot at winning this game. At least just like F6 so I can, you know, go on with my clicking and stuff. Anyone's game. Yeah, this is a close one. There we go, they figure it out. Alright, so against Tron, we like Tech Edge, we like these guys. And that's it. We like Pact Negation, we don't like this, we don't like these. We can do this. Let's do this. There. Cool. If Tron opponent starts new game with Karn has your Titan exile to the search for 2 lands. No, they don't, but because the Titan starts in play, it's not going to be summoned in 6, so they're going to get the two lands they get from the attack trigger. Someone passed me a Title Striker in a mystery booster draft. Now that's value. That's value, George. Who passes Tracker? How does the mystery booster draft work? Because I heard about it, but I never actually like saw it. So it's like you just draft, like the packs are like one rare or mythic and like a bunch of other cards. It's just a normal card, a normal draft, but the cards can be from literally any set. But you have the same amount of commons and uncommons, or is it like Q when like most of the cards are just rares or mythics? They have weird slots? Okay. Only once ever restarted the game with Karn in play, it was in Cube, and I had lethal attacks on turn 1. Nice. How many lands can you afford to side out in general? It depends on the matchup. Like when I'm siding out Explorers, the value of having 30 lands goes down, right? So I actually play less lands. I can go down to 28 and just play Scout once upon a time and Azusa as my ramp spells. Let's say against something like Infect, where I just cannot afford to be messing around with that, you know? Storm is another example. It's 2 of each color, 1 uncommon land, 1 multicolor land, 1 rare from an old border, 1 rare from new border. Oh, okay. This hand unfortunately doesn't do it, especially with my opponent keeping 7 on the play. Alright. Let's see how good this Beast Within card is. Okay. You see, this is why I don't like Explore, right? I'm gonna be forced to leave up interaction on turn 2. So in this kind of matchup that it's like very short and decided on the very first couple of turns, it can be rough to draw an Explore. It can set you behind 1 turn, like it is right now, like it's gonna do right now. So I literally cannot afford to play Explore. Ah, that's brutal. That's so brutal. So we're gonna upkeep here, flush in my breeding pool, shock, gonna blow up the Urza's Mine. Had an egg with the Beat Truck Monster and Tireless Tracker. That's sick. That's so much value. Oh, I destroyed the wrong one, obviously. Damn it. Also, it's if my opponent does have the other Tron piece, it's strictly wrong for them to play out the Urza's Mine, because now I can just, like, if I have another LD effect, I can just blow the Urza's Mine up, right? So I guess Explore first is better. I already have a land, so I have guaranteed land drop here. And now I can Once Upon a Time. Ugh, for a castle. It's pretty bad. I guess it's better for me to play out the castle. Because I can represent the bounce land in hand. In case my opponent wants to instant speed Karn me. Please don't have it. Yes. Wait. Is this going to be a brutality? That sucks. I think if they brutality me, I'm kind of forced to pact here, unfortunately for me. I cannot afford for them to kill my summoner's pact. Also, why the hell is Collective Brutality in their deck against me post board? Yeah, there it is. It builds their hand. If you play Tron against Amulet, this card should not be in your deck. If you have Thoughtseize, bring those in, obviously, but if you like, this card should not be in your deck. Turn 1 Reese into turn 2 Titanium Priest, turn 3 Precursor Golem, and 5 double golems. Nice. That's a lot of stuff. Seems like you had a good draft. Thalia Tyrell with a tier 1 sub. Welcome back. Well, let me tap here properly. There we go. And thank you for that tier 1 sub. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Alright. Shua. Copper. Some Richard move. I don't even know what that means, but I'm glad that you're having fun, Daddy. Alright, so if they don't have Tron here, I mean, if they don't have Tron, like, what the hell? What hand did they keep? Okay. I'm gonna blow up the Urza's mine, obviously. And then we have Ramina Basusa. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Actually, my opponent, I think they messed up. I think they should have pacted for... They should have pacted for a Ghost Squatter to blow up the castle. Because now I'm just going to Titan them. 6/6, bigger than 3/3. They cost $25. If you ID in the finals, you get 2 boosters. Those you could sell at vendors for 15 each. Online, they're selling for 30. Gee, so I guess it's good value, huh? Definitely sounds like good value to me. So we do bounce Ghost Squatter, obviously. Gonna play Ghost Squatter, and we're gonna pass the turn. Gonna see what my opponent does with their expedition map. But we're gonna, like, whatever they do, it doesn't really matter because we're gonna blow up the gemstone mine here, right? A lot of good value cards. Yep. Okay, so they do find the power plant here. This looks like we're done. Next turn, I'm going to Azusa plus Raminep. Yeah, that sounds about right. 3060. So this Amulet deck. Never seen Tron with Llanowar Wastes. Yeah, like I was actually the first one that I saw doing that kind of thing was Joe Lawsett. And it was because of the burn matchup, because it's really bad. Both Infect and Burn are very bad, and Collective Brutality is good in the matchup. However, like Llanowar Wastes, it's kind of brutal against Burn. Like you're taking 1 damage to gain 2 life, so it's not very good. So usually, I the list that I had seen play Blooming Marsh instead. What's up, Boo? How's it going? Hey, Will, how's it going? So we just got paired against Burn, and this card was just nuts. Yep, we have Beast Within now. So what I did is I brought the Sage to the main deck and took out 1 Explore, and we're playing 2 Beast Withins in the sideboard over the Rex Sage and the Force Vigor. And so far, that was the first time I brought Beast Within in against Tron, and it was insane. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I love that we have the 80% guaranteed at this point. Playing once against this with Burn and got Natty Tron turn 3 with Brutality on turn 2 and Wormcoil on 3. Yeah, that's brutal. Anasho, welcome back for the 6th month in a row. Really appreciate the continued support. Thank you so much, Anasho. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. Let's give you some prime times. I guess we keep this. We really have to find. I guess the best thing we can find here is probably a castle. That's not very good. The folk. This has to be the folk. Is this within taking the path of brave dismember slot and cyborg? No, we have two dismembers. Oh, humans. That makes. Hey, look at that. All right, so we have turn 3 Titan. Barring no nonsense. Barring any nonsense, I mean. They could have Meddling Mage here. That would be awkward. Oh, no, that's fine. Bugler is okay. Thalia's Lieutenant. Alright, please play your Lieutenant here. Yes, alright, sweet. So we are actually in a fine spot here. We're gonna get to Titan on 3. Set up our defenses. Best draw is probably an Amulet. Never lucky. Never lucky. Oh, that's right, Thalia is a card. Well, that's awkward. I totally punted there. Yeah, I totally forgot that Thalia is a card. That's pretty brutal. So here we're not doing anything. We can take the damage from the Thalia this one time because we're gonna use zombies to clean up. Alright, my opponent puts a 2-drop in play. Okay. Huh. Interesting how they did things there. Seems like tapping out was not the best line. So my opponent's gonna be a mono militia buglers. Siemens a bad matchup? Not really. It's not a great matchup. But it's not really bad, honestly. Okay, so they have a Reflector Mage. I think I blow this up. So I kill both of these guys, and then I can stabilize. My opponent's gonna play Reflector Mage. I'm trying to think whether this is going to be relevant damage, basically. And I think it might be. Good fight, but Reflector Mage and then Mage have really good things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna blow this up here. This might, like, if my opponent finds a Meddling Mage, we're actually in trouble. But I don't think I can let that card remain in play, unfortunately. If I flash in Cavern of Souls, if I flash in Cavern of Souls, I can get a second field. I think I'd rather have Radiant Fountain. Yeah. Um. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I punted there. Yeah, I guess I should have flashed in the Cavern of Souls. Yeah, I punted. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I should have definitely flashed in the Cavern of Souls. I would have 4 zombies. Yeah, at this point I need to Radiant Fountain on T West. But like I would be producing zombies at twice the rate. Yeah, I think I made a mistake there. And I should have just played out the Cavern of Souls there. So now they can Reflector Mage. See what they do. There's Reflector Mage. Yeah. Unsurprising. So let's take 4. We trade here, but end of turn I'm gonna flash in the Garrison. Oh. Oh, this is actually very good for me. Yeah, like they just wasted an amputee just like that? That's great. Alright. That's really good for me. We're gonna bounce a Radiant Fountain here. Make sure we stabilize our life total. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I want to make sure that this. Oh, that's a great draw. Oh, that's so lucky. Whew, saved. Saved. We were almost in trouble there for a second, but now I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah. So this image is gonna die to the stronghold. Then we're gonna start generating zombies at twice the rate now, so that's 4 zombies a turn. And my opponent has exactly 1 turn to find Meddling Mage, and if they don't, then it's just an easy win for us. So they have to find Mantis Rider. Alright, that means no Meddling Mage. Okay. Zombies flexing the muscles? Yeah, I guess. So let's start here. Have a bunch of zombies. So our options are, I think we double block here, we chomp. I guess we can triple block here. Yeah, okay. So double block here. No, I don't want to take any damage, so I guess they're just gonna be double block here. 1, 1. And we're gonna leave the zombie here. I'm gonna kill this one. Yep. Yeah, my opponent really needed to find the 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm gonna bounce the fountain, so stop that. 3, 4. That is Titan mana, baby. That is Titan mana. Okay, Field of the Dead plus Bounce Land. Bounce here. We can't really double strike this turn. So I am wondering if we should even... Oh, by the way, I should have played out this guy. There's no reason not to. So if I haste here... I'm throwing away a Titan, but that's probably fine. The only thing is that the only reason to not do this is because it allows me to play around Phantasmal Image off the top. Because if my opponent has Phantasmal Image, they can image the deputy and they can clear all my zombies and then try to percent lethal. But I guess if they draw Phantasmal Image, then they can copy Mantis Rider, which is very bad for me anyway. But then I just kill the Rider. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's my point. However, I get to gain 2 more life. I do get to gain 2 more life. Yeah, I think I really punted by not playing out that scout. I guess I can still do it. Sure. I guess I can still do it. But like I did this for no reason. We're looking good on the ground. Have you ever played Titan Post in Legacy? Yes, it's not very good. I guess attack with vigilance is nice, but if upon top the enemy you are in trouble. Exactly. So I think that this is the better line. And if my opponent doesn't do anything, this is also just fine. Like we go down to 4. And end step, I can haste my dude. Yeah, because at this point it doesn't matter. Like the other vial doesn't matter. And I can haste my own dude and bounce the Radiant Fountain. Although I guess that I can just transmute and get another Titan, right? I can transmute. That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I have enough mana to haste and double strike. Yeah, okay. That seems like a good line. Don't think I need another Titan. No, that's why I'm considering like doing it mostly for the life. Just bouncing a Radiant Fountain here. Let's go. I guess we attack with everything and we undo both of these dudes. This is very, very lethal. So it forces action on my opponent's side. I guess I can bounce the bounce line itself, which is kind of cute. Because I have 2 scouts. And I'm percent lethal, so I'm forcing my opponent to act. To the BAM. Tell me why. Tell me you aren't playing that list without Amulet. No. No, I'm basically if you see all these lands, we're playing we're playing actual Amulet. Okay, so I guess they do have another deputy. Which is perfectly fine because we have 2 scouts. Ha! I guess they didn't. They made me sweat it, even though I wasn't really sweating it because we were insanely far ahead, but still. Do I need to bring in Beast Within against this deck? Like, I really don't want to. But I guess I have to, right? Just because Meddling Mage is such a pain in the ass. Yeah, that was a nice game. How does opponent survive? By flashing in a Deputy of Detention. But we had that covered. It just didn't really matter. Why Beast Within or Tech Edge? This destroys lands against the Titan field deck. It also kills Soko and it also kills Ashiok. And there's been a significant uptick in Ashiok. Actually, Beast Within has been pretty solid. We also played against Tron and we just destroyed one of their Tron lands on turn 3, on turn 2, and they just died. The fact that you can blow up lands with Beast Within and at instant speed is it's kind of great actually, and being able to answer Ashiok obviously. And Tech Edge blows up lands. It's great against the field deck, unlike Ghost Squatter, which takes a long time to get going. Same thing against Red Green Valakut, and yeah, like the fact that it's great against Valakut is and the field deck is what makes me want to play it, even against Tron. After you blow up their first land with Ghost Squatter, then you can use Tech Edge to like continually blow up their lands, because they're only always, if they fetch for a basic, they're always going to have 4 lands if they want to set up Tron. Okay, so Ghost Squatter out. I'm not sure we need Beast Within, but I'm gonna bring in both of them just to see what's up. Just to see whether they are good or not. They do feel pretty bad though, if I had to be honest. Yeah, I'm actually gonna shut. I'm just gonna bring in the one. We'll see if we draw it, but I'm just not feeling it honestly. I'm really not feeling it. Oof. I guess we keep this. Yeah, I'm no coward. I'm no coward. Let's do it. Bring it on. that's so such a bad top deck there. All right. Still not dead. I think we scout on one. There's definitely consideration to dismember, but I think that setting up the dismember is going to be better. Next turn, I can, if we draw an amulet, obviously that would be insane. But if we don't, we can Once Upon a Time again, looking for a land. Oh, no second land? Oh, baby. Can we call it, chat? Can we call it? I mean, I am not one to just be able to give up that kind of value. It's just not in my nature, you know? I just can't do it. Do we just go all LD on my opponent with this Beast Within right here? Now we actually have to blow this guy up. But still, it's a fun consideration. Certainly a fun consideration. Opponent's so lucky top decking the land immediately after. Sure. Alright. %100% load lands. Yeah, we actually couldn't there, unfortunately, because of the Thalia. Oh, this is actually pretty brutal right here. This is a good freebooter. The good thing is that this Obstinate Bailout is going to be like such a massive roadblock. Just like comes down and thud. Just like a big old thud. Thud you, man. Thud you. I said thud. Just bigger than my opponent's entire board state. Give me that explosives off the top. Give me that EE. Give it to me. Oh, come on. What is this? Engineered explosives, probably. Yep. Hey Jose, how's it going? pretty bad for us. Brutal. Alright, we need some lands here. We need some lands. What are we looking for? I guess another Dismember would be the best draw. Like, another Dismember just wins the game on the spot, right? Second Dismember just wins. Beast Within is one more turn. That's so brutal. That is so brutal. I guess I still have to hold up the Sage. Yeah, second Meddling Mage, man. Ugh. Now this member is not even a draw. Yeah, we're just dead now. Wow. Sage kill, Amulet go. The classic. Yeah, Beast Within not looking great there. But I guess we just need answers to Meddling Mage. What list is this? How do you feel about 4 Castle Tutelaria like this weekend? Well, we've been playing the Tularia lists for a while now. And I think they're great. That's why I'm playing them. I think I'm going to go down to 28 lands here. What am I going to take out? Just Cavern. And yeah, if you want to check out the list, you can always do exclamation point deck or deck list. Oh, ugh. I guess I have to keep it. We have multiple answers to Meddling Mage. We have like a lot of ramp. We're just looking for one bounce land and one bounce land and a Titan. And a way to get a Titan. Sure. White 3 Brilliant Bull, 1 Gemstone for 3 Castle? Yep, exactly. Only 3 basics. Because of the blue mana. Ugh, my opponent has a mono 1-drop draw, and I played my Explosives on 2. Brutal. Punished. Oh, come on! Come on. Oh, this is so brutal. If they offer, okay, if they offer the double block, I'm definitely taking it. All right. That is good. Okay, so now we need to find a Titan somehow. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. If I take 10 here, I go down to 1. I can blow up one of these Mantis Riders and go down to 4. And next turn I can hopefully block this champion. The problem is, like, I cannot really chomp with this scout yet, because with this scout is what's making Tolari West a draw, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to kill a Mantis Rider here. The problem is, this is so bad. Like, I don't really know what I'm achieving here. Like, I'm still dead. Like, I either have lethal or I don't. Alright. Primeval Titan. Tolaria West. Once Upon a Time, that's 12. Sorry, Primeval Titan Summoner's Pact, Once Upon a Time, and T-West. Hoop! The sweats! The sweats! Oh, the sweats! The sweats! Alright, let's go. Let's go, chat. Chat, I need you. I need you, chat. Give me your energy. Give me your energy, chat. Let's do this. Give me that drum roll. Give me that drum roll. We're dead, chat. We're dead. We're dead. Can we survive? Field of the Dead doesn't do anything. Radiant Fountain gains life. Radiant Fountain gains life. Scout gains more life, I guess. Yeah. But the problem is I'm just dead. I'm Dobbs, right? Like, my opponent just attacks with Mantis Rider, and the trigger from this just kills me. Maybe my opponent doesn't see the line. Yeah, we're just dead. All right, GG's opponent. 80% curse. I know. Okay, we wouldn't have gotten there anyway. Man, that was rough. I don't think we can mulligan that first hand though. Like, we have a little bit of everything. I could have played it differently though, but I chose to play around Kitesail Freebooter and Melee Mage. At least I'm consistent at it, I guess so. But like, I mean, you just saw, right? Like, we just had, like, we had a lot of outs, but like, we were just not getting there, which is unfortunate. All right, let's see if we can at least go finish the day on a strong note. It's been a good stream though. Who will tilt? Oh, because the Pantheon is tilted. Isn't, like, the Pisa? Isn't the Pisa Tower of Pisa, however you say that, more tilted? Thoughts on Beast Within so far? It didn't look great against humans. I'll give you that. It didn't look great against humans. But like, that's really not what it's about, really. Like, it looked amazing against Tron. On track for the 80%, I guess. We're right on track. That's a way to see things positively. This hand needs too much help, I think. This hand needs way less help, so we're gonna keep this one. Bottom in the forest. We still kind of need a little bit of help, but we need less help than the first hand, for sure. Man, we were so close against humans right there. We were so close. Playing against a Urza deck of some kind. Pog. Right now, the explosive was a bit aggro, I think. I mean, we had to, right? Like, if my opponent has... Ooh! Alright, opponent. They kept their risky one over there. Like, if my opponent had, like, a freebooter or a meddling mage, like, I kind of have to, right? Yes, of course. In hindsight, it's very easy to just, say, okay, like, we are playing... I was about to pact for you. But just play well, get rewarded, right? I was just about to pact for you, and there you were on top of the deck. Man, I love Azusa. She's great. Also, my opponent is playing liquid metal coatings in their main deck. So that's also hype, I guess. Yeah, I that's what I'm assuming too. So I imagine this guy's not gonna be great, but these are gonna be awesome. I also want Raminap, I also want Trackers. And I guess I want Disputes? This seems very risky. But this is probably decent. This is probably great. I probably don't want to be caring about gaining life, I guess. We shade a couple of scouts. Take out EE. I always like my opponent is not always gonna have Ramina. They are not always gonna have Karn, right? And when they don't, explosives can be pretty good in this kind of matchup. So I think I'm going to. I usually like to just leave in the one explosives, especially because it's an auto Ashiok, which is probably like the thing that I want to be, you know, destroying the most. The Raminam GQ was a suicide, did that Torsional opponent, one FNM, and he went home. That's a good one. Well, my opponent's liquid metal turbo deck missed their land drop on turn 2, so they were not 100% on curve. They were like 80% on curve. Yeah, Explorer doesn't strike me as the best card in this kind of matchup. Like me, some Mystical Disputes. We could probably shave on Ghost Squatter, maybe? Los scouts no son buenos contra UGDex, tienen poco para interactuar. Tienen Oco, ¿no? Entonces te comen. They probably have Asian Grudge main deck. Yeah, I guess that's even more of a reason to not want Amulet. I should probably. It's possible that I should just like take out all of them and just have more explorers and scouts. Yeah, probably more scouts. Side out an Amulet, get 2 in your opener. No, I actually meant to keep that hand. That was a mistake. This hand is great though. I'll keep it. I definitely wanted to keep that opener, by the way, but it's fine. That was funny though. Side out 2 amulets, literally have the other 2 in my opener. Good value, good value. More Asusas, sounds good, sounds good. Seems like we're gonna get cheesed out here. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's potentially problematic. Give me that Bujuki Bog. Hup! I guess I want this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Copy my own breeding pool here. Dr. Jack, thank you so much for gifting that tier 1 sub to Will Pulliam. Will, congrats on the sub. Thank you so much for the support, everyone. Really appreciate it. You should see Nikaj's video about this deck. Which deck? Like this deck or this deck? Because I've seen Nikaj's video about this deck because I made it. I was there. So that's why I know this deck, but not that deck. Majukabog. Bad beats. Play a Susa. Oh, opponent's deck. Yeah. Yeah, so if they have Karn, I guess I'm not even that in trouble, right? I have Raminap. So they blow up my Bordos Garrison. I just replay it. Sure. That's still fine. Unless they have counter magic for my Raminap Excavator. Should be good here. Let's see Guzarino. Dr. Jag, a true Titan, indeed. Which is the best kind, right? The best kind of Titans. The true ones. Okay. I think I'm jamming here. Sick. So now I got mono bounce lands there. And my opponent is still drawing 2 cards a turn, so that's not great for me. But this guy is gonna do some work. This is a nice little combo. Yeah, you can kill Asusa, that's fine. If the Exciler shows up, he also gets one. Nice. I think Matt was here a couple of times. Also, why did my opponent destroy the Asusa when I have a Raminap here? That's an Urza. That's potentially problematic. Alright. It's a goose. Please? Sweet. Alright, so let's stop the Embry value because that is just straight up going to kill me. And let's get Field of the Dead going here. We had to stop that Embry value ASAP right there. So that was going to get out of hand. What's going on? Oh, we're gonna make a food. That's fine. GQ plus Ramina Blue for Sumbo tokens. We can, after we Azusa, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 5 mana so far. Another liquid metal coating. Oh no. Okay, so I guess they drew another Ancient Grudge. Which obviously sucks for me. Probably when I will blow this one up too. They blow up the field? My opponent insists on not killing my Raminap Excavator. Which I am okay with. It's just like, you know I can just replay this, right, opponent? Like, I literally just play this again for my graveyard. Okay, they can damn Sphere. Which is actually quite annoying here. That's actually pretty annoying. Because now we don't have green mana to cast Titan. Let's take 9. Okay, so play field. 1, 2, 3. Play Azusa. Go Squatter. GQ this. Yes. Snow Covered Island. Go Squatter. I can't believe we're still in this game. This is kind of hilarious. Like, why are we still kind of in this game? We shouldn't be. If only my opponent had blown up Raminap any of the 3 opportunities they had so far. Oh, they have Magus? Magus would be pretty good here, for sure. We can pack for Sage, though. Oko, Thief of Crowns. Now that's a problem. Finally, my opponent figured it out. They're like, all right, this guy is pretty good. I guess I should stop that guy. Like, yep, should have done it like 3-4 turns ago. Did tend to play with the Blue Untitled this week. Maybe I will. Snibrick, maybe I will. It's very unlikely that I will play this deck in Austin. So I'm not sure how fruitful that's going to be in terms of my testing. But, I mean, it's sweet, so I might just play it because it's sweet. Snow-covered mountain. Play mountains too? Okay. What do you think about the newly spoiled 2/4 green card, the one with Explorer and Omen built into it? I think it's cool. I don't think it's good for Amulet. And I basically, usually when I value cards, I do them based on how good they are in Amulet, and I don't think that was very good. Sure, let's get a semi-growth chamber. Because growth chamber allows me to do more things here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Giant. I kind of need to dodge here, actually. I need to dodge my opponent drawing something like a Karn or... Nervous about cutting down to 2 Tolaria. I'm not so much. It's been okay, honestly. Like, field means that you don't really need Tolaria as much, because you just don't really need Titan as much. Okay, so that's Titan down, that's fine. Misty Rainforest, that's good. Okay. I imagine this deck doesn't play the loop, right? They don't play Mystic Sanctuary and stuff. Magus of the Moon. God damn it, opponent. God damn it. Can I percent lethal? One. No, they have a bunch of food. They tapped all their food, though. They can spin Urza, but whatever they find of it, they can't cast. Another Urza. That's annoying. These Soko Urza piles are insane. They kind of are. One, two, three, four. Yes. So we swing everything. My opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. So we have a 10, 11, 12, 13 attackers minus 13 attackers. So they block here, here with these two. They block here with Ursa. And then this is 10. 1, 2, 3. Then they block here. That's 18 coming through. Then they block here. That's... Yeah, they have... If they had exactly one less blocker, we would have lethal. But they have exactly the required amount of blockers to survive this turn. Bam, Blood Moon. Thank you so much for that tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold. Can we also ban Magus of the Moon while we're at it? Just ban the Magus as well. Yeah, my opponent has exactly the correct amount of blockers, ways to prevent for swing. No, the thing is that they can't really chump here, right? Like, they don't need to chump because they just block the Azusa. They block Azusa here. They block this here, and they just block one zombie here, one zombie here, and one zombie here, and only eight zombies get through, which means my opponent goes down to 1, and then I die on the crackback. They don't need to chump with Magus. Yeah, math is hard. Yeah, I think we're just dead. I don't think we can realistically win this match anymore anyway, right? Once my opponent finds the correct line, I'm just going to, just concede. Opponent finds the correct blocks. They go exactly down to 1. I am very sad, and I concede the game. Alright. Now that we know that they're playing Magus of the Moon, these boys are coming in for sure. I actually do like Beast Within. Raminab was great that game. What if we do something like this? Just like no amulets. Let's go. My greedy self wants 1 amulet. Nah. Alright. Keep this and bottom Field of the Dead. We once upon a time on 1 because we might find a scout. We don't. We find an Azusa, but that's fine. Play castle, pass it turn. Would be hot to draw a mystical dispute or something. We're gonna dismember this fella. I'm kind of feeling the dismember here. They also play initiative steerings. Jeez. Alright, so anything can happen off the top here. Hopefully good stuff happens. Good stuff? Sure. I think I'm gonna shock because the mana, the damage is probably irrelevant and it represents Mystical Dispute, which my opponent might play around here. Don't Magus me, bro. They just jam. Just jamming that Oko. I mean, if we draw a Titan here, we really need a Titan there. We really need a Titan. Has opponent played any Angel Grudge? Yeah, they played at least 3. I think 4 over the course of the match. I mean, playing and no, actually played on flashback to all of them. Think we're any danger from the new ban list with how many Titans deck were last weekend? No, I think we're fine. Maybe something like Field is gonna go. That would not be very surprising, but this makes me very sad. Like we're just like face up, showing our hand. We die to Magus. This Beast Within is not being great right now. Maybe I should have blown out the Oko when I had the chance to. Yep. Thanks for putting a good show. Thank you, Garrett. I appreciate it. I guess so. This really sucks. Really, really sucks. We're playing into like Dispute, we're playing into Disdainful Stroke. Alright, I resolved. I'm not playing around Magus here, so we can't really beat Magus. So let's do T-West, Boros Garrison. And this is gonna get elked. Yep. Should kill this Soko when I had the chance. There was one turn when I did not use my mana. I was trying to hold this up for like a Karn or something. Could have answered this Soko, but I didn't. Semri. Can we blow this up now, or I can blow this up now? What's better for me? Also, this card is going to be really problematic. It's slipping away very, very quickly here. Slipping away very, very quickly. I think the one I care the most about is the Urza. If they have a second Urza, obviously we're in a lot of trouble. But yeah, it was that Oko that I should have killed the Oko when I had the shot. I got too greedy. I got too greedy. Second Urza, yeah, this is just game over. I don't think I can beat this. I guess if I top deck exactly a Titan, I might still have a shot somehow. But I have exactly one turn to top deck a Titan. Time to unban Twin. I guess Bounce Land is also fine because I have a T-West here. Guess I'm trading Beast and taking 7 here. Also, my opponent could have used Emery to like bring back that Astrolabe. That's probably a punt on their side. It's better to 3-2, to 5-0 and 3-2 than to 4-1 twice. That is a fact. You got it, Mark. Titan. That doesn't do anything, right? So I double chump when I give myself one more turn to draw prime time exactly. No, my opponent has actually lethal on board. God damn it, I really made a mistake that that turn where I could have answered this guy and I just didn't. I really punted there. That's bad. It's really, really bad. Feels bad, man. So my opponent making me gain life for no reason. It doesn't matter, but like they could just step the astrolabe. Alright, feels bad, man. That version of the deck seems so clunky. But it somehow worked based on my mistake. Because if I had answered that Oko, it would have been just fine. It just got too much value. Yep. Anyway, we finish. We started 3-0. We started up 3-0, and then the classic 3-0 into 3-2. Is the worst kind of 3-2, which is what gives it, like a sour taste in the end. But we played some cool matches. I made some mistakes. I have learned, like when you clear the Yoko, unless you have a guaranteed way of killing it, just kill it. Beast Within actually was better than I expected. It didn't look bad. Like, of course, it looked terrible against humans, right? But we knew that going into it anyway, right? Like, I knew that it was not going to be great against the aggro deck, obviously. That's why we still have the Dismembers in the deck, right? But Beast Within actually looked pretty good there. I would kind of want to test it some more. Like, again, it would have been perfectly fine, just clearing that Oko right there. Would have been actually pretty great. So I'm not discarding the card. In fact, I'm gonna be back tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna be playing a list like this one again, and see how it plays out. Because like I want to see how this feels against the Urza matchup specifically. But yeah, I kind of have to get a feel of how much this card really matters. Like, I overvalued the 3/3 right there. That's why I did not Beast Within the Oko. But if I had, things would have been much easier. Planning to update the Cyber Guide soon, friend? Yes, it's gonna be ready. I'm just missing the. That's why I'm like I could keep going today for sure, but I am actually going to just go back to finishing that Cyber Guide. I expect to finish it by Thursday for sure. I expect to do it, by then for sure. Back with Sekama. No, the Cyber Guide that I wrote down is for the no nonsense list. Where is it? This one. Whoops, there. This is the list I'm writing the Cyber Guide for, which is a pretty reasonable list. It's a pretty reasonable list. Of course I'm experimenting here, and this is the problem with writing a Cyber Guide, right? Like I'm always gonna be far behind because it takes me literally weeks/months to write a Cyber Guide, but at the same time I am creating content and I'm constantly looking for improvements to the deck. So my lists and my improvements for the deck are always a little bit ahead of my Cyber Guides just because of how time works. Like I could just like continue jamming this list and just like write the Cyber Guide for it, and just I don't think that's what I would like to do. Like in terms of creating content, I think that the way that it's better for my Cyber Guides to be a little bit behind, but for my lists to be as up to date as possible, than for both things to be slightly outdated, right? Or for me to not try to make any improvements and any innovations, right? Like that's probably the worst case scenario. What's your opinion on the new Spoiled Civic Giant? We talked about it earlier a little bit more in detail. In short, my answer is it's not for Amulet. It's a cool card. It's not for Amulet. If anything, at best, a sideboard card against grindy matchups. But like as long as this card is legal, we don't really need a cyber card for grindy matchups. So it's pretty worthless. Since the other channel I'm subbed on Twitch and it's worth. Oh, thank you, Dennis. Really appreciate it. Glad that you're enjoying the content. But yep, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow. Probably playing some list resembling this one you have in front of you right now. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and all the good stuff. And I will see you on the next video. And